Samuel Worcester has been living with the Cherokee for 5 years, and during that time, he has made great friends with John Ross, the leader of the Cherokees. With Samuel Worcester's help, John Ross has been able to gain more rights for the Cherokee and resist the Indian Removal Act. Today, he's fulfilling his missionary duties.
By accepting Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior, you will be saved from an eternal death in hell. His word is truth. The faster I translate the Bible into your language, the sooner you will be able to read it for yourself. My dear friends, please.
Samuel Marshall, you are under arrest for residing on Indian lands. Please come quietly, we will not be forced to attack.
What right do you have? What right do you have then to be on this land? Why can't I, a friend and brother of the Cherokee, live here? These people accept me as one of their own. Isn't that enough?
Silence! What you are doing is illegal. To live here, you must have a license. You will have the right to a trial and only a trial. Say all arguments you may have there.
I have rights. What will happen to my family? Stop this!
Here is Samuel Worcester, who is testifying the rights to reside within Cherokee boundaries, and our Georgia representative, Mayor Wilson Lumpkin, who is arguing that it is illegal for non-Indian men to live on Cherokee lands. Now, Wilson Lumpkin, please state your argument.
President Andrew Jackson's Indian Removal Act specifically said that Native tribes cannot politically participate in the state of Georgia, and they are separate nations. The law states that non-Indians cannot live in the Indian Territory. Sam Worcester needs to be evicted from the Cherokee lands because he does not have a right to live amongst the natives. This is unconstitutional and illegal. The state of Georgia has a law against this.
What is constitutional about this? What does it mean to be able to live under the protection of a free nation? To me, it means pain and suffering, and the opposite of what most people think it should mean. I shouldn't have to leave the land that I have a sovereign right to. Where is the freedom and liberty I was promised with a new nation?
You had no consent to be there without the government's authority. It's against the law for you to live there.
Quiet you.
Yes,
Let
Your
Mr.
Honor.
Worcester speak.
Yes, Your Honor.
These laws are taking away my family's happiness and my right to the 14th Amendment. The Constitution of the United States does not give the state permission to stretch its jurisdiction to native lands. What the state of Georgia is doing is unconstitutional. I am praying for the God to give me power, and I sit here, and it's just absurd what's going on. Sorry, Your Honor. That won't happen again.
Not another outburst from you.
Yes, Your Honor.
The treaties we have signed with the Cherokee Nation have resulted in the precedent that only white men with permits have a right to be in the native territory. We both agreed on this, and you do not have a permit. Why is it such a big deal now?
These laws are taking away our rights of the 14th Amendment, the pursuit of life, liberty, and happiness. It's taking away my life with the Cherokee, my liberty to live wherever I please, and the happiness of my family. The state government of Georgia has overstepped its limits and does not have the jurisdiction to maintain laws within the confines of native land. Besides, Georgia has only created the law that doesn't allow me and other non-Indians to live there because you were afraid of the influence I had with the Cherokee leaders. The state of Georgia does not have the authority. Georgia's actions has become unconstitutional and corrupt.
Please be seated, Mr. Worcester. All right, now that we have heard both sides of the argument, jury, you have 1 minute to make your decision.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
I think Samuel Worcester is fulfilling God's purpose by living with the Cherokee.
That may be so, mister, but the state government has full authority. Mr. Worcester should not live with the Cherokee.
The state government does not have the power to create laws that are in effect with Cherokee boundaries, good sir. Your Honor, the jury has come to the conclusion of the state of Georgia does not have the jurisdiction or power to enforce laws within native lands. Worcester's argument is valid, and this is unconstitutional and interaction between tribes will now be the federal government's affair. The United States government is responsible for protecting the citizens' rights, including those in the aforementioned 14th Amendment. Therefore, the state of Georgia will not be allowed to set laws dealing with natives, but will instead happen as a nation instead from the federal government.
Case closed.
Samuel Worcester, you are free.
Why am I being freed?
We happen to hear that some mercenaries pleaded for your case. I don't know all the facts, but I'm sorry for the loss of your daughter. You have my condolences.
Thank you. Now tell me, is the Supreme Court's decision still in effect?
Yes, what are you planning?
Well, I suppose me and my family will continue to work with the Cherokee. In times like this, you must lean on God's love and power.
The case of Worcester versus Georgia not only dealt with the Due Process Clause and showed the government's obligation to maintain the rights that protect Americans, but it also created sovereignty of the Cherokee Nation. They are exempt from the American laws that surround their territory.